Good morning, happy Tuesday. I'm Sharon from Sharon Shed Signs and Designs. And I have got a cute sign planned this morning. I'm going to be using a new downloadable from Decoupage Central. This just came out. And I have printed it out on some rice paper I got from Amazon, which everything I found from Amazon, the way of rice paper is too big, so I always cut it down to the size of a regular sheet of paper, just an FYI. Anyway, I want to frame this, so I have stained it this morning in a Minwax water-based stain called Coffee. Let me see if I can get us brought up though first so I can see comments. Just a minute, bear with me. Well, I wanted to get it on my Chromebook because it'd be easier to read the comments. That's not working. Let me see if I can get it brought up on my iPad. Should be there. Ah, I am there. Okay. All right, and I can see comments. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Virginia. Good morning. And Cheryl, good morning. Hey, Kim. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here. Let me see if I can get that brought up now. Well, come on. That would be a big fat no, I think. Not seeing it, so heck with it. Anyway, I have stained this with Minwax water-based stain and coffee. I've got something I think is going to be cute planned. You know how that goes. It may be and it may not be. Anyway, I want to make my frame look old. So I'm going to use some Fusion Mineral Paint Clear Wax around the edges a little bit. And then a few other spots when I get the edges done. Almost got this. I have the link for the download in the description of the live. I do not for the stencil that I'm going to use because it's out of stock. It's an oldie but a goodie, so I think most of you probably have it. I am going to paint my frame in ivory. And I'm using Waverly chalk paint. And I'm going to give it 2 good coats, so maybe that'll be enough. How's you guys' week going? It's sunny and pretty here today. It's just cold. I think the high's going to be in the 40s, but it's not going to feel like that because we got a cold wind. Anyway, I wanted this to look like it was framed. I had a frame that I got from Amazon, but it's plastic, and it's hard to get paint to stay on it even using Slick Stick. So I decided I was going to just use the board. I'm going to go ahead and get my edges first so I don't forget them. And I will look at comments here in just a second. This board is 11 by 12. I think it was probably supposed to be a 12-inch board, which I would have thought would have made it be 11.5, but it's not, it's 11, so anyway. All right, I'm not gonna worry about getting the edges real good. I'm using a Bates foam brush from Amazon like I always do or almost always do to base coat. All right, I'll dry this and talk to you guys, and then I'll give it another coat. Set that out of the way for just a second so I don't have it all over me while I'm drying. There's my scraper. I really need to do some serious organizing in here, you guys. And the closet for this room where I keep a lot of my stuff, oh my word, it's got to be cleaned out. It's bad. You can't even get in there. You need the stencil today, Cheryl. Yeah. I haven't been doing much either. I need to get over to my booth, so I think I'll do that after this live. I haven't been over there in a while, and that's not good at Christmas time. I need to keep up with it. So, hi, Joan. Marilyn, hello. Hi, Rhonda and Kathy and Jamie. You're just working while you watch. All right. Good morning, Donna. How's it in Texas today? It is awesome that you can work from home. The last couple of years that I worked, I was able to work from home most of the time, and that was great. I loved it. Morning, Penny. Yeah, we had a cold front come through or something, Cheryl, anyway. It got a cold wind. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Deb. It's good to see you guys. Get this good and dry, and I'll give it another coat. I think that is pretty good and dry. Okay, that's dry enough, so I'm going to give it a quick second coat. In Minnesota, it's, yeah, gloomy and cold. Yep, I've got on comfy clothes today, too. In fact, that's getting to be my standard outfit. Fleece-lined yoga pants and a sweatshirt are my standard apparel. They're so comfy and warm. All right, I think that's pretty good. Dry that real quick. I don't think I'm gonna need that anymore, but I'll set it aside just in case before I put it back in the bottle. You love yoga pants. I do too, Cheryl, especially the fleece lining ones in the winter. I think they're warmer than jeans anyway. And they're certainly more comfortable with my knee and all that. You have to run flowers to the cemetery. Ooh, that'll be cold, Cheryl. That will be cold. I need to go down and check on Mom and Dad's grave, and I need to call the funeral home because they told us they would have Mom's date of death on there by Memorial Day, and it's still not on there, so gotta call them. I just keep forgetting to do it. I need to drive through there while I'm out today and see it, make sure it's still not on there, and then call them. All right, it's almost dry, but I want to make sure it's good and dry. Almost. Hey Dee, how are you? Yeah, definitely more comfy. Hey Sandra. If I miss saying hi, I'm sorry. I do read all the comments after the live. I know you guys know that. And if there's any questions, I'll answer them because I tend to get focused on what I'm doing and forget to look at the comments while I'm live. All right, that feels like it's good and dry. So I'm going to take this tape off. All right, I'm going to scrape this back just a little. I don't want it real old looking, but a little old looking. Don't know if I've got the right scraper. I don't. Let me change. The other one's right here. It's like, it's not scraping very well. Yep, that's better. This. All right, take my sander and go over it a bit. Get all smooth. Now, I'm going to use some lightweight spackling, and I'm going to use these curly cues from do it this way. From the Antique Set by Essential Stencil. And somewhere out here I put some palette knives. But they've gotten buried, so I'll get some more. I'll use this one. Scrape up my excess. And lift it straight up, hopefully. Yep. And then go up here to this corner and do the same thing. I'm only going to do 2 corners. Get it pressed down in there good. And if you haven't done this, it comes off your stencils really easy. I like to use Awesome Spray on it, but as long as you don't leave it forever before you clean it, it's good. So let me dry that. I want to make sure that's good and dry before I do anything with it. Hi, Randy. Does my spackling crumble when I paint it? It doesn't if I make sure I've got it good and dry. If I don't have it good and dry, then yep. So try to get it good and dry. Hey, Denise, how are you? Cheryl, he's doing pretty good. He is still using a wheelchair a lot, but he's getting better with going farther with the walker, and he's pretty independent, can pretty well take care of himself. He does use the walker around the house some, and still going to therapy 3 times a week. They say it could take a year for the feeling to get back into his legs and feet, or he may never get it back, but hopefully he will, and he has some. It's better than it was, so he's doing all right. It feels like it's pretty dry, but I think I'm going to go ahead and paint the inside and put my rice paper on, and then come back and put some paint and some wax on these. I'm going to use Waverly Chalk Paint and Cashew for the body of my I think I may add some ivory to it, because I think that will help it match the background in the rice paper, which I like to try to get close to. I don't always do a good job of getting close to whatever the background is, but Okay, come on, Ivory. Actually, never mind. I'll get some of this ivory from up here. And I've probably got a little spackling mixed in there too, since I'm using that same palette knife, but it'll be fine. Okay, put that palette knife aside. Get me a brush. Oh yeah, I wanted to tape this off. I'm still going to try to. I'm going to use the lightweight, or the sensitive surface. I'm sorry, I'm having to reach, you guys. I didn't think about needing that. Hopefully it's not going to mess up my spackling, because I didn't think about that. Really should have done that inside first, but I didn't. We'll see how that goes. I didn't judge my sides very good, but just make it easier to paint if I've got it taped off. And this is still a little, even though I've taped it off, it's still a little bigger than this rice paper after I took the border off. And so that's one reason I wanted my paint to kind of go with the background on the rice paper. And now I'll set that out of the way. Right. And if you look for this download, it is called just Snowman. I think Printable Snowman, maybe. But like I said, I've got a link if you want to get it. It is cute. Someone asked me the other day what kind of printer I use, and mine is just, actually I was using a Dell all-in-one printer, and then when I changed from a laptop to a Chromebook, it wasn't compatible. So I changed to an HP Envy DeskJet, and I'm liking it. It's not really as nice a printer as the Dell All-in-One, but they don't even make the Dell All-in-One anymore. It's a big monstrosity of a thing. But it worked good. But not with this Chromebook. Which doesn't make sense to me, but anyway. Had I known that, I probably wouldn't have got a Chromebook instead of a new laptop. I do like the Chromebook. The printer problems were kind of aggravating. The colors should be kind of good with, it's not going to match, but it should be okay with that. I'm going to take my tape up and dry that. And hope that my raised stencil doesn't come off. So far, so good. Good. I didn't seal it down very tight over the raised stencil, so that's probably why it worked okay. See, I've got a place there, but it's still wet, so I'm going to take that off with a wet wipe. Where I got it under my tape. There, that'll be okay. Finished drying. Look at the comments again. Hey Jody, how are you? You're not user-friendly when it comes to electronics. Well, I do okay, but that's what I did when I worked. Well, I was an accountant, but I was on a computer all day, every day, so I'm all right, but with some things. Anyway, not everything. Hey, Becca, how are you, girl? All right, I think that's dry. So, I'm using Mod Podge today instead of Fusion Mineral Paint Tough Coat, just because I have Mod Podge sitting here. Either works fine. You can use any kind of top coat to do your decoupage, honestly. As long as it's clear, it works. I could just paint my center part of the board, but I'll try to do it this way. I've got a few wrinkles in my rice paper just because, like I said, the rice paper that I found on Amazon was all, German, what I call German sizing. It's, I don't even remember what it's called, but it is bigger, so I have to cut it down to the size of a regular sheet of paper when that's what I want to use. And so let's see what we got here. I know it doesn't, I know lengthwise it takes up my marked off area, but on the sides not. Let's see if I can get it somewhat straight. I think that'll do. I like this guy, and you could use him all winter. Dry, so I'm gonna put on a light top coat. sure I got all my edges sealed down. Okay, he's sealed down good, so I'm going to dry that. I think he's a cute kind of vintage looking Santa. All right, put the lid on my Mod Podge. I'm gonna paint the raised stenciling. Try to and hope it doesn't fall apart. I think I've got it drying up, we'll see. Just painting it with the ivory, the same as the frame on the board. Okay, I'm gonna dry that. Dry, I hope. Hey Gail, how are you? Good morning, Barb. Hey Kathleen, Sherry, thank you. Yeah, I love snowmen too. Thanks, Virginia. Thanks, Denise. You guys are sweet. Let's see. It's almost dry. And I'm going to put dark wax on it. Just going to use my finger to put it on the raised stenciling so that I don't mess it up, hopefully. Let's see, I think I'll use a stencil brush. I'll wipe that back. In a sec. Okay, these sides over here are more like what I want, so I'm gonna take a wet wipe. Wipe that back. I'm using a wet wipe to apply some of the wax around the edges. Almost got it. Okay, you guys, he's not perfect, but I think he's cute. I didn't have my area taped off just quite like it should have been, but he's cute. I hope you like him. And anyway, I am glad you joined me, and I do think this is a cute idea. I just need to get it taped off a little better. So anyway, thanks you guys. Thanks. I appreciate you, and I thank you for joining me. And I am planning right now on being live Thursday morning. I don't see any reason why I can't. So anyway, I hope to see you then. This is my week 4 Stencil of the Month Club too, so I'll be on there on Saturday. I need to start figuring out what I'm gonna do. Anyway, thanks guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye-bye.